Hello, ISDS 2000 online students this fall 2011 semester. I hope you enjoyed the past weekend with a little bit of this cool weather, but I hope you didn't enjoy it too much because I hope you were working hard on Chapter 5, all three parts, right, as well as learning project number 2, very important. And I hope you had some time to explore the extra credit assignment for Chapter 5, which explores probability using Excel, and so kind of lets you look at some things for that. You have gone out by this time and you've reviewed your results for exam number 1, and now you're focused on this weekend, which is the second exam. Remember, we're testing on a single chapter this time, Chapter 5, because it's a transitional chapter, lays the foundation for the future, and so we want to make sure that we've got those concepts down pat. So here's some important exam information. The exam starts October the 7th, which we know is Friday, right? You can get up at 5 o'clock in the morning, start working on that exam. Some of you might do that. I think I have one person who's gone out and done that. It closes, the window of availability closes Sunday, October the 9th at 11:55 p.m. Now you say, wait a minute, I'm not sure if our clocks are synchronized. Well, that's because you're calling it too close. If your clock needs to be synchronized down to the second, okay? You need to be done with that exam well in advance. Work on it Friday if your schedule allows you to do so. If not, set time aside Saturday. Saturday morning is better than Saturday afternoon. Sunday is your safety net day. You didn't have time, something came up, and now you're kind of in a crunch. Work on it Sunday morning. And again, if you don't have time, you're really starting to push the envelope as you get later in the day on Sunday. Once the exam starts, you have 100 minutes. That gives you a little bit extra. You know, we set the exam to be completed within an hour and a half, which is kind of a typical class meeting. But I throw in 10 minutes extra just in case there's some little hiccup along the way, right? But you need to be done in 100 minutes. If you've been practicing, if you've been doing the homework, that 100 minutes is going to be way too much time. You'll be done well in advance of that. Okay, so now the all-important password is success. S-U-C-C-E-S-S, all lowercase, success, because I want you to have success, right, so that you are successful, but I want you to have success in that. Now, you will have success if for a moment, let me see here if I can pull this up by going back to my computer screen. There we go. And you are being successful so far. For all the assignments, our class average is an 86. That's pretty good, actually. I see all green bars except for these 2 yellow ones, but those are in the past. We're more concerned about, look at this, Chapter 5, Part 3. We've got a 97% class average. That's fantastic. What's not fantastic is that out of 21 students, only 6 of you have completed Part 3 of Chapter 5. So this week, you've got your work cut out for you, right? Now, as I look at Chapter 5, Part 2, I see that 10 out of the 21 students have done that. I'd like to see that number a little bit higher, but I'm glad that half of us are out there working on that. And then Chapter 5, Part 1, 100% average. Wow, that is fantastic. That means that of those 10 people, 10 out of 21 who are out there working, that each and every one of you has worked those problems until you got the highest possible score, and that's exactly what you need to do. But now it's time to get serious about Part 2 as well as about Part 3, because remember, your exam comes directly from the homework. So the last things that you want to know about the exam are how many questions are on it. Well, kind of the typical. 5 questions, 10 points each. The questions will be given in a random order, so every student, you know, their number 1 will be different. The numbers within the problems are, of course, randomized, and they come from a pool, and you're kind of used to that. So in other words, I might test on the general rule of addition, but the problem that one student gets testing that and the problem that another student gets might be different. You'll do well. Focus on the homework, learning project 2, extra credit, but most importantly, connect. Thanks.